I'm 76 years old now. I sit here every evening in this small, quiet house that used to be full of laughter. The kids don't call much anymore. My hands shake when I pour my coffee, and every single night, I hear her last words again. Those 6 words destroyed the last 20 years of my life. If you're under 55 and you're watching this right now, please, for the love of God, don't make the same mistake I did. Let me take you back. My name is Richard. Back then, when it all happened, I was 68. Mary and I had just celebrated our 48th wedding anniversary. 48 years. Can you imagine? I still called her my girl. She still blushed when I brought her flowers on a Tuesday for no reason. We had built everything together. A beautiful house with the big oak tree in the backyard, 2 kids, Sarah and Michael, grandkids who called me Papa Rich. I was the proudest man alive. I thought we were the couple everyone envied, the ones who made it. But for years, there was this quiet little voice in my chest. I ignored it. God, how I ignored it. It started small. Around our 30th anniversary, Mary became distant. She'd stare out the window for long minutes. Her laugh didn't reach her eyes anymore. She started taking long walks alone. Said it helped her think. I asked once, "Honey, is everything okay?" She smiled that same beautiful smile and said, "Of course, Richie. I just love you so much." And I believed her, because that's what you do when you love someone for 3 decades. You believe them. Then came the phone calls. Late at night, she'd go to the kitchen, close the door, whisper, laugh softly. When I walked in, she'd hang up and say it was her sister. But her sister lived in Florida and hated talking on the phone. I told myself I was being paranoid. Old men get jealous, I thought. You're lucky she still puts up with you. There were other signs. She stopped wearing the necklace I gave her on our 25th anniversary, the one with our initials. Said the chain broke. But I found it later, hidden in her drawer, perfectly fine. She started spending weekends helping at the church. Funny thing, our church never had weekend programs. I saw the red flags. I saw them waving right in front of my face, but I looked away, because admitting something was wrong would mean my perfect life was a lie, and I couldn't bear that. Then came the day everything changed. It was a Tuesday in October, 5 years ago. Mary had been fighting cancer for 14 months. We thought she was getting better. The doctors were hopeful. We were planning a cruise for our 50th anniversary, just the 2 of us, like when we were young. I was sitting by her hospital bed, holding her hand. She was so thin. Her beautiful hair was gone, but her eyes, those eyes still had that spark. She squeezed my hand weakly and whispered, "Richie, I need to tell you something." I leaned closer. "Anything, my love." She took the deepest breath she could and said the words that still echo in my head every single day. "Michael isn't yours. He's David's. I'm sorry. I never stopped loving him. David, my best friend since college. The man who stood next to me at our wedding. The godfather to both our children. The one who came to every barbecue, every Christmas, every birthday." In that moment, the room started spinning. I couldn't breathe. I felt like someone had ripped my heart out and showed it to me, still beating. I whispered, "Mary, what are you saying?" She looked at me with tears running down her cheeks and said, "All those years, I tried to love you the way you deserved. But my heart, it was always with him. Michael, he looks just like David." I thought you'd never notice. Please forgive me, Richie. I was weak, I was selfish, but I did love you in my own way. She closed her eyes. Her hand went limp in mine. The machine started screaming. And just like that, she was gone. The next hours are a blur. Doctors rushing in, nurses pulling me away. I stood in the hallway like a statue. My daughter Sarah came running. "Dad, what happened?" I couldn't even speak. I just handed her the note the nurse had given me. Mary had written it weeks earlier, in case she didn't get to say it out loud. The note said everything. Dates, places, how she and David had been together for 23 years, how they planned to run away when the kids were grown, but then she got scared, how Michael was conceived during one of their weekend trips. 23 years. My entire adult life was built on a lie. The funeral was 3 days later. I stood at the grave and looked at David. He was crying harder than anyone. I wanted to scream at him in front of everyone, but I couldn't. Not there. Not yet. After everyone left, I confronted him in the parking lot. He didn't deny it. He just said, "She was the love of my life, Rich." I'm sorry. I tried to stay away, but I couldn't. I punched him. Once. My old bones almost broke. He didn't fight back. Just took it and walked away. At night, I told the kids. Sarah cried for hours. She said she always felt something was off between me and Mom. Michael, my son, or the boy I raised as my son, he looked at me like I was the enemy. "I'm not even yours?" he shouted. "All these years you pretended?" He stormed out. Haven't seen him since that night. The will reading was the final knife. Mary had left almost everything to Michael. The house, the savings, even the wedding rings. She wrote that she wanted her real son to have what he deserved. I got the old car and a small life insurance policy. In the 5 years since then, I've lost everything that mattered. Sarah calls on my birthday, but it's awkward. She says she needs time. Michael changed his last name to David's. He posts pictures of his real father on Facebook. The grandkids don't know who I am anymore. I sold the big house. Couldn't walk through the rooms without seeing her and David laughing in them. Now I live here, alone, with a fridge that's too empty and a heart that's too full of regret. Every morning I ask myself the same question. Why didn't I listen to that quiet voice? Why did I choose comfort over truth? Why did I let love make me blind? If you're watching this and you're married, listen to me. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Don't wait until the deathbed. Don't wait until the last breath. Don't spend 48 years building a life on quicksand. Talk to her. Ask the hard questions. Look at the phone records if you have to. Yes, it might hurt. Yes, it might end everything. But living in a beautiful lie, that hurts worse. 'Cause when the truth finally comes out, and it always does, you don't just lose your wife. You lose your children, your self-respect, your future. I would give anything to go back to 1998 when I first felt that distance. I would sit her down and say, "Mary, tell me the truth. Whatever it is, we'll face it together." But I can't. She's gone, and the silence she left behind is louder than any scream. So, please, if you're younger than me, don't make my mistake. Trust your instincts. Love hard, but love with your eyes open. Because in the end, the only thing that truly matters is the truth. And sometimes, the truth comes too late. If this story touched you, leave a comment. What's one red flag you're ignoring right now? I read every single one. And subscribe, there are more old man stories coming. Stories I wish someone had told me when I was your age. Thank you for listening to an old fool. God bless you.